because we are our own best advocates.
I agree, you are.
You know, if they want to act on immigration, they need to speak to us and make sure that we speak.
So how do we follow up with you in regards to, taking a better look at the letter?
I don't know. Who should I follow up with?
We can give our contact info.
What's that?
We can give our contact info to you. Don't worry.
Thank you.
And, I think that something that you probably agree with, in regards to no more meetings and getting to a point is that last year nobody was talking about this kind of action in behalf of the president, and now people agree that he actually can and should, and it's late on getting this done.
Yeah.
So for us, it's really important that we build unity after the delayed letter that was sent to president, or what I will say, and delay the revision on the policies of detention and deportation. That really.
Yeah, that wasn't. That wasn't our letter.
Right. But I mean, that based on that, we believe that now it's a good moment to come back together as a united front and say, President Obama, there are specific ideas we already gave you. Precisely, some of us are part of the Durban Commission, and we already sent a document to him with 14 recommendations. Mm-hmm. And basically, you are like the big guys in the city. We're not, and we're asking you to say, we should be able to.
I don't feel like the big guy in the city, but but we are fighting for the absolute single as expansive a category of administrative relief as possible. So we're definitely in the same team. I definitely agree with you that your voices have to be heard. It's the whole reason we're doing this. It's the only reason we're doing this.
So do you agree that our voice should be included? Because, if you're advocating for us, if our voice is not in the end, what's the point of this work?
I agree. That's what I think I've said that 3 or 4 times now.
Yeah, no, and I think we are on the same team. I think the ask is, will undocumented people be called off the bench?
Yeah.
We're concerned, and you know this, that in the recent article where the last meeting happened, the president said we need to right-size expectations. Yeah. We know that we're on the same team, but we're fearful that the White House is pushing a strategy that's using organizations to create buffers. And so we think one of the ways that we can preserve movement is you all continue to play your role, but if we can collectively call for participation in space of undocumented people, that can actually help negotiation for you all, and it can prevent, the White House is trying to lower expectations here. And that's what we're concerned about, and that's why we're saying, let's call undocumented folks off the bench, because we are on the same team, but people aren't getting the call to go to those meetings with the president in particular, and so that's why this is so important for you all to take a stand.
Well, first of all, I didn't know that was a meeting with the president when we went. We had no idea. We had no idea what he was going to say. I didn't know he was going to be there. It wasn't part of the invitation. So that was another kind of twist to this, is that he just showed up at this meeting. But I agree with you. It makes a ton of sense. I think that that's right from a strategic perspective as well as a movement unity perspective. So I appreciate what you guys are doing. I'm glad you guys came to see me. I'm glad that you guys are all in and showing the fight and the spirit that you are, because it's what we're going to need to get across the finish line. But I feel pretty good that we're going to have a pretty big moment here very soon. So.
Yeah, and because at the end of the day, whatever that pretty good looks like, we're going to be the ones dealing with it, right? Our families might be separated.
Yeah.
Might not. It might be just a few that get benefited.
Yeah.
And so that's why we feel the urgency, and we know you know it. But unless we come directly and say let's work together, it's not going to happen.
Yeah, no, well, thank you.
So we wait for an email, a call?
Yeah, I'll definitely. So what is the one in response? I'll read this.
Yes, and we're asking to say basically that unless you're able to on the basically, because you might be called to another meeting, even without knowing.
Right. I think it might be more likely that we would be able to sign a letter advocating for you to be there, rather than to say that we're not going to participate. So I just don't know institutionally if I would be able to say. So,
well, let us know for the final.
Also, we want to make sure that you get the message to President Obama.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah. Well, thank you guys so much for coming.
Thank you.
It's nice to meet you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
All right, thanks.
Thank you.
No, thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks for everything you guys are doing.
Thank you. I would appreciate it.
Okay. All right. Very nice to see you.
Thank
And I
you.
like your.
Thank you.
All right. Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Bye.
Hey, so what did you guys think?
Well, there was no real response. Another letter advocating for us doesn't cut it. We are tired of people advocating for us. We are advocating for ourselves.
Good answer.
¿Me falta?
John? I'll wait for John.
Y Tania está en el baño.
Nadie va a ir al baño.